What's up, ladies and gents? Hope you're doing well. Little arena action here for you, and this game is wildly unique. And I was thinking about it because, man, it's been a lot of content recently. I was like, how can I describe this, right? What's the deal here with this game? How can I explain it to the people? And this is how I see it. Arena, 90% of the time, maybe even 95% of the time, is kind of pretty much the same thing. The players are safe. They focus on their economy. They focus on the relics. They choose what army they're going to make. They fight for the map control. Maybe someone wins a Trebor with some bomber cannons, and then bada bing, bada boom, game over. They go next, right? I'm probably oversimplifying it. I probably don't have the percentages down. But let's be honest, a lot of those games are just kind of like that, which is why a lot of people like Arena. But there is a certain section of people on this planet that really enjoy Arena for the craziness and can provide. Because one player thinks they're safe and the other player says, no, not today. And that is what this game is here. So I hope you're ready. We've got Morg, a player here who I've featured on the channel before in a lot of crazy games. I really like him from a content perspective because he is so unique. Not scared to go for pick civilization, which I think is in many ways frowned upon at a high level, which is kind of weird for a strategy game. I get it to a certain extent, though, if you play thousands of games. And he is going to play more of the standard arena perspective on this one. Then you've got Biry, the meta breaker himself from Argentina on the other side. I made a video about him, and it was the most annoying player of, I think it was 2022 at this point. And, well, you'll see what your opinion, I'll see where your opinion is on him at the conclusion of this, but he likes to make it frustrating for the opponent, and he brings a lot of aggression. So, here's the deal. We're going to speed up a little bit, because it is Arena. I'm sure most of you know this because I've been mentioning it in my videos. But biggest event I've ever done, Hidden Cup 5, coming February 25th through March 3rd. And been doing all the qualifiers. And have been spending 10 to 12-hour days with this game. And, you know, lots of other aspects of setting up the tournament. So, normally, happy to sit here for you guys, tell you guys some stories and whatnot. But I'm all out of gas. In a good way, though, as I'm really excited for the main event. But, yeah, you know, it's like, I was thinking about it, and I really missed kind of some chill time where I just casted a game where it wasn't live, or I wasn't, you know, kind of turned on in the same way like I am. Turned on in the same way? Dang, that's not exactly what I meant. I didn't mean turned on as in, I meant like... Anyways, you know, stream me is sometimes a little bit different than, you know, YouTube only me, because... I could be a little bit more relaxed here. There's not as many other factors involved. Anywho, now that I'm done embarrassing myself, what do we have here? We have Biry going for a tower rush. So we're going to slow it down, don't you worry. But this is like an insane tower rush. Because when you see this on Arena, normally you're just seeing like 4 villagers. But here he is sending forward a lot more than that. And Morg is planning on... some type of fast castle here. He's going up quite quickly as well. And normally you're not going to see players click up to the feudal age quite this fast if they're going to be going fast castle. Unfortunately for Morg, this is going to be a really frustrating thing for him. Biry knows I'm almost in feudal. He is likely not. And Morg is like, no, let's get out of here. And, well, feudal age is in. And now that scout's going to be dead. So usually what you do for an arena tower rush is you attack, you stack as many villas as you can on one wall. Now, normally it's 3, then you have the other villager building the tower, or maybe you build the tower right away, and then you do it. Because the stone wall has 1080 HP, and the gate has 600 more HP, right? It takes a lot longer. Now, I'm no mathematician, but I'm pretty sure that, and he's attacked the wrong piece of wall here. Or no, he didn't actually, now he fixed it. I'm pretty sure that if you have 7 villagers and a scout attacking the gate, you're actually going to get through faster than you are if you were to just simply attack the wall with 3 villagers. Maybe it's close, but it is more difficult for the opponent to wall behind the gate because it is a wider area. So that's how we start off our game, right? Just the perfect little arena game. And this is not something Morg was expecting. Now, Morg is going to try and defend from this. And I guarantee you, Morg's been tower rushed a million times on Arena because he plays a lot of it. And a lot of people who aren't really the biggest Arena players, they do this a lot. Biry's no stranger to it. And Morg has done a wonderful job here to start it all off, right? Adds a stone wall piece, walling behind this, even repaired the gate for a bit to just give a little bit more time. It's certainly not something I would do. And then stack some houses behind. Biry's going to be through, of course. But we'll see kind of what happens at this point. So it's tricky. The thing that is very much evident when I watch these tower rushes is it's very hard to play perfect against it because it's a lot of aggression. It is likely you are going to make a mistake or stress out in some way. Like maybe, I don't know, take a bush when you shouldn't. And now that bush has been eaten. And yeah, now Morg is going to back away from the berries. But Morg, almost with the resources to go up to the next stage. It is unfortunate for Morg that right now, Morg does not have this gold available. Morg could take this gold, though. And Morg is no scout at the moment. But Morg is thinking about going to the next stage. No defensive towers or anything right now. And with the boxing gloves on, we see Biry just punching through that house. There's going to be the blacksmith. So this is... Listen, when someone comes to your base with towers, sometimes you have to send a message, right? And he is all over this stone. Bohemians get the mining upgrades for free in each age, so already has the feudal age mining upgrade for stone. And you can tell that Morg doesn't even want to use the stone to make a defensive tower at all, because Morg wants to save all that stone for the future. And Morg is on the way to castle. Now, we've been looking at the towers. Let's look over here. This economy is really not the best for Biry right now. Now, the cool thing about the strat is that you are safe at home and can make farms around the bulwark, right? So, you know, your opponent can't attack you because you have stone walls. So it is very difficult for them to get to your base. And if it's difficult for them to get to your base, then you're going to catch up in some ways in economy, right? So here's Biry. He walked into his opponent's base. He's having a good old time. He's going to try and break through the blacksmith. And he just now, for the first time, has seen this stone. He didn't know about this until just now. It's a kind of interesting point. He maybe thought it was on the back, but he's been able to find it. And he's looking to tower creep in, as some people call it. Just kind of stack towers within range of each other so we can get close to the stone. But right now, Morg is soon going to be in Castle Age. And this game's going to get wild. We've got a stable now for Biry behind here. Because he's plans to stay in feudal. And Morg, he needs to get out of here. And Morg is going to try and leave. And Morg is getting attacked. And Morg is like, you know what? Fine. You want to be in my base? Let's go ahead. Stay here. You know, grab a drink out of the fridge. Find your favorite snack. Go ahead. Go ahead. Do it. You want my stone? That's cool. I saved some stone for you. I'm going to leave now. I'm out of here. So... hope it was worth it. So here he goes. Now Biry's tracking this. Now this starting scout is actually key, and I love this about high level age, how important scouting is. So he is tracking this with this very weak scout. Now this weak scout can't do it alone, so Biry now is going to bring more villagers from inside of his walls, outside of his walls, to try and stop this. Keep in mind, Morg, he really wants like a gold or a stone here. But I think he's reached that point where he's like, oh, I think I just need to get this castle up. And this is probably not feeling too good for Morg, is it? Because he's been found, and honestly, Biry has played this the perfect way. Pull your vills, try and fight it off, especially with the poles. The poles, their villagers regenerate. And your opponent doesn't want to vill fight you anyways. They want to hit this castle. And so, Morg is going to try and get this castle up. Game could end right here if this castle is denied, obviously. Like, Morg is not really producing many villagers. This is painful. And, I mean, he's trying to get some walls down, but there's just too many things happening right now. And I'll just show you the HP on the villagers. Like, this villager here has done a good job. It does feel like these two villagers will at least finish the castle. The castle's at 75%. More villagers going down for Morg. And it's 80% now on the castle. And Biry's just dominating the guy. And it feels like Morg has no shot. And this is before we've really looked back at Morg's base. But thankfully, guys, thankfully, these two villagers have been walled in, and the castle at 99% is going to go up. Now, when you do this, when you do what Biry has done, when you try and leave, everything usually dies. At least the villagers do. So he lost 4, he killed 13. Here, he has walled in, he has towered, and he has walled in his opponent's resources. But Morg needs wood, and Morg needs gold in order to make the Hussite wagon, which I have made many videos on. You already know this. with the Legend of Phosphor, which, by the way, I'm going to have a video on this week, which I think is going to be really, really cool. Phosphor has a new strat, and I'm pumped about it. But anyways, watch the old ones if you didn't see about the wagons. They have been nerfed because of that player. So, what happens when you pull villagers, my friends, to attack a castle and tower rush? You don't have the good economy. So normally, you look at the vill count right now for Biry, and you say Biry's going to win. Well, win with what army? A feudal age army? That's unlikely. He lost another villager here to the TC. And back here, Morg has kept the lumberjack safe. These wagons, very tanky unit, and they can quickly kill villagers. So Morg just gets to roll around Biry's economy and give Biry some massive headaches. And also, conveniently, try and take this gold. He only has 2 villagers here, which is really awkward. So Biry is in Morg's base, and he finds villagers. Now, you probably noticed a couple of these vills. So as he's dying at home to wagons, he's going to fight one off here. These wagons do actually take a decent amount of damage from villagers. Morg is micring this, probably feeling like he's fine at home. And Biry is going to try and wall in everything here. And Biry actually is going to get some of these villagers... some of these villagers trapped in here. You get stone walls around the lumber camp. So, you want to chop wood and be safe, villagers? You are now very safe. So I'm not sure you're safe with Biry. So, wagons continue to attack, and Biry has left his base here. He's going to go escape because these villagers, they got the memo that this is going to be painful. And now Morg... Unfortunately for him, he doesn't have the resources. He can't, like, make his own tower here. So those villagers are trapped. But he's still in the game because of the Hussite wagon. And these towers are going down to the Hussite wagon. And these villagers are hating their lives. They're very confused. It is not good. But there's the Hussite wagon. And Biry's going to lose the tower. So, you know... That's kind of cool. 18 villagers for Morg. He's going to lose 4 more, though. And, you know, there's nothing he can really do about that. There's no skill elements. There's no way he can survive. But he might be feeling like this whole wood situation is not good for him at the moment. He's also feeling like he needs to do a lot of damage. So, here he is with the Hussite wagons. And he's just going to attack the town center. And I'm sure you've noticed, the TC is actually going down. Yeah, the TC is going down. These are actually in range of the TC somehow. They should outrange the TC. Or do they have the same range as the TC? No, they have one more range than the TC. So I'm not exactly sure how that's happening. And now Biry is going to finish a tower, which will pretty much mean that he has fully surrounded Morg with towers. Morg is in his own base, surrounded. This is Biry's point of view. Biry sees everything, and these villagers, they're not going to hesitate. They're going for a fight, and these villagers are going to try and escape. And safety, by the way, the safe place here is where? In the enemy base. Because Biry is going to lose his town center, and now Biry's people need to escape. And this game is just completely flipped on its head. You know, Morg will have a TC, but he can't really produce out of it. And these villagers are on the move right now. Run, villagers. Run quickly. Now, also, there's still a spearman here attacking this castle, by the way. He's got, like, 250 hits, and I think we should appreciate that spearman. So, if you really want to respect that spearman, you can maybe leave a comment about him. Biry has the stable over here. He's producing more scouts, and here he goes. And he wants to kill these vills, because he knows his opponent's economy is worse than his. But his isn't exactly good enough to be able to fight these wagons. It is 16 population for Morg. Awful, right? But what do you need to make Hussite wagons? You need to have gold, which he has here, and wood, which he has here. What is Biry's economy looking like? Well, he has a couple farmers here. He's got a couple farmers here. And then he's got, I don't know, like 10 villagers just running around the map right now, and they're going to chop wood over here. No town center. And he knows now that his farms are spotted, so here comes Morg. Morg just rolling on in. And now Biry doesn't have the best food eco. Now, I like this from Biry. There's not many places to look at this point. I like his awareness here, recognizing where the villagers might be. He doesn't get a villager kill. That's good work. Well, Hussite Wagon from Morg. Morg basically has to try and find Biry. Now, this is hilarious to me. What's the movement speed of a Vil? Movement speed of a villager is, okay, 0.8. Movement speed of a wagon is 0.8. We've got a new TC going up for Biry. If he can research wheelbarrow, his villagers will be slightly faster than the wagons, and in theory, these villagers could just run around all game, and the wagons could just keep chasing them. Villagers are walled in here. That's smart from Morg because he needs that gold. And actually, this tower does not range this, but Biry's going to notice this, and he's going to drop his own tower. That's something that Morg can see and needs to do something about. But, like, these wagons destroy things very quickly, so, you know, this stable is going to go down. Biry's eco is not in his own base. It's not in his opponent's base. It is on the very left of the map. And Morg probably hasn't looked at his base in quite a while. Tower does go up here for Biry. Morg wasn't able to get there in time. He also lost a wagon here. Biry fought it off with villagers. And, well, I mean, Morg's got to find that eco now. So he pretty much looked at the entire right side. He also saw the villagers run away. So now he's got to go to the left side, right? He's got to get over there. And he has to get over there quick. And hope the wagons are enough to be able to get some damage done. Now, he runs through here because he sees these vills. And he's actually just going to attack the tower. And that tower will go down. Meanwhile, he's trying to stream wagons into Biry's base. Where Biry's got 4 towers here. I mean, at least you've got 4 towers doing damage. So it should eventually kill a wagon. It is a nice little hiding spot for villagers. But these things are still just insane in these situations. They're such a strong unit. Like, sure, the economy is way worse right now for Morg, but considering he has 10 villagers, it's crazy to me that he, you know, he's going to win every fight he takes if he has that main mass working together. But he doesn't have the main mass working together. Scouts came through. Still, the scouts are not good enough. And feels like the scouts are going to go down. And wagons are going to still remain here. But I feel like every wagon you kill will leave you being pretty happy if you're Biry. I don't know if happy is the right way to describe your feeling right now. For Biry, it is, actually. This is Biry's favorite type of game. And maybe it's Morg's favorite type of game as well. But yeah, towers are getting down. So Morg is actually clearing up everything in his base right now. So, you know, that's a pretty good thing. Meanwhile, we've got farms going up. Poles get that little food boost when they finish their farm around a full work. And this is the most crucial area right now for Biry. If he has time to farm here, this is going to be insanely helpful. And he forgot these villagers were chasing the wagon, so now he's going to run back to the safety of some of his towers. All right, so Morg, he does not realize that Biry is over there to the left. Like, this is a spectator thing, right? So he has no clue. I think right now he can't take this gold. And so he's thinking, maybe I can sneak over here to this gold. And then maybe I'm okay. Maybe I can, if I could take that, then I have some wood, I have some gold, and I'm safe. And now the scouts are going to show up, and he doesn't have many villagers. His wagons are on the other side of the map. And unfortunately, you wandered into Biry's economy, my friend. You thought he would still be in his base? You thought he would be in your base? Nope. He's over here to the west with quite a nice farming setup, and Morg's going to roll over here with this wagon, realize this. The rest of the wagons are on the way. And, well, he wants to do something about it right now. But Biry is going to snipe a wagon, and the Vil count is down to 5 for Morg. And yeah, the game ends. Morg knows that this is pretty much over. Biry, he didn't say anything to me. He sent me this game, and it was just the screenshot of the minimap. And I looked down at the bottom right and saw Feudal Age against Castle Age. Also, now that I look at the bottom right, it dawns on me the Hidden Cup 5 logo is there. Which is timely because I probably should remind you that Hidden Cup 5 is coming where the best players in the world are playing on hero names, and it's really, really cool. And I know you're going to hear a lot about it over the next few weeks, but I will still bring up unique videos like this that aren't just exports from streams because this is fun, and I felt like this was good content. But anyways, back to my point. You know, Biry, he sent me this screenshot, and I was like, I've got to check this out. And then, man, did this game deliver. Now, here's the thing. It just dawned on me because I looked through the game before. Now I've just casted the whole thing. I think Morg could have won this game. And I'm going to tell you where I think Morg went wrong. Okay? Now, I still think you have to give the edge to the player that has 42 villagers. But Biry never could have dreamed of going to the castle age in this game, right? And so you go back to this situation. Let's actually go a bit further. Okay, when these vills are running, right? Let's talk about Biry's economy. Biry's got farmers here, 5, right? Farms are even going to run out soon, in all honesty. There's nothing working in here anymore. These villagers are on wood. These villagers need a task. There's a lot of villagers that aren't really doing anything. And he's going to need to make army. Now, Morg chases all these villagers around. It's a great time and whatever. And he even takes out the stable, which I think is fine. But I think like if Morg somehow knew where Biry's eco was, and I think that's part of the problem. If he didn't think it was in here or hidden over here, if he just went directly for this, right now we've got 8 wagons on the field, and we've got 0 farms right now for Biry on this side. And like as the game continues, like this is where I was thinking as I was casting it. I of course didn't want to like spoil the result. I didn't want to say who won. I think when he went for this is just 5 vills. Right? This is reclaiming your base. Your base is already gone. You need to forget about it. That's tough, right? You grew up there. It feels like home. But no, things have changed. So you need to leave here, Morg, and you need to go here. And I really think, like, if he finds this, we saw how good these wagons are against scouts. The scouts aren't fully upgraded. You need food to make a lot of scouts. I actually think he could win this game if he hits right over to this TC. Now, is Biry going to run into this base and all through the towers and then, like, run with these vills and do something crazy? Absolutely. This game might go on for another 30, 40 minutes. But I think, like, this period of time, if you look at what Biry's able to do, that ends up paying off for Biry in the long run, right? Towers are going down. Biry is farming. I think that was the important moment in the game. And you know, obviously, you kind of understand. I mean, Morg, unfortunately, has too many areas to choose from. It's not easy for him to know, and he did not know that Biry was over there. So, you know, maybe next time he'll know that Biry will be hiding in the corner or on the other side of the map. But I thought it was a funny game. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Let me know your thoughts. Like I said, Arena, not a map I want to watch all the time, but they can just produce some of the craziest games sometimes, and it did here. There's the total resources collected. There's the KD for you. And I don't know, how fast were they here? Wow, Morg was super speedy when he was clicking those wagons around the map. But once again, guys, thanks for watching. Videos every day still, and I will have unique uploads leading up towards Hidden Cup, about Hidden Cup specifically. Have any questions about it? Any suggestions on what I can do to maybe pique your interest or your friend's interest? Please let me know as well. And see you in the next video, okay? Thanks for watching.